How far would you go for a science experiment? Well, a few years ago, a Norwegian scientist named Andreas Wahl actually shot himself underwater with an assault rifle, just to prove that due to the density of water molecules, the bullet wouldn't harm him. And that's exactly what happened. But that was his personal decision, one he took with full awareness. But what if there were experiments where failure meant risking the entire world and millions of lives? Science, in its quest to understand different aspects of the universe, has conducted some extremely dangerous experiments. Experiments that, once you learn about them, will make you realize how closely we flirt with danger every day. That's exactly what we'll talk about today. And in some way, you'll feel thankful that nothing went wrong during those experiments. Number 1. The Trinity Test. On July 16th at 5:29 a.m., the world's first atomic bomb was detonated near the deserted town of Socorro, New Mexico. This project had been postponed several times because its chief scientist, Edward Teller, often called the father of the hydrogen bomb, was terrified that the bomb could potentially wipe out humanity. Why? Because our atmosphere is made up mostly of nitrogen, and there was fear that the atomic bomb might fuse with nitrogen nuclei and trigger an unstoppable chain reaction that could destroy the Earth. Despite the fears, they proceeded under U.S. government orders. This entire project was top secret and was done to prepare a bomb that could be dropped on Japan during World War II. The test was successful, and thankfully, no chain reaction occurred. But the explosion still released the energy of 120 kilotons, creating a crater 1 to 2 meters deep and 10 meters wide. The surrounding mountains lit up brighter than daylight for a moment. Nearby areas were scorched by the heat, and shock waves were felt up to 150 kilometers away. A mushroom cloud rose 12 kilometers into the sky. Number 2. The Kola Superdeep Borehole. In 1970, the Soviet Union decided to dig as deep as possible into the Earth to uncover scientific secrets. Located in the Arctic Circle, this borehole eventually reached Earth's upper mantle. Initially, it was just a giant hole, which was later branched into smaller ones. Gradually, they reached a depth of 40,000 feet, about 12 kilometers, making it the deepest hole ever dug by humans. At that depth, temperatures reached 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, which forced them to stop the project. Scientists also believed that digging any further could destabilize Earth's balance and trigger massive earthquakes capable of destroying the world. While there wasn't enough concrete evidence to support this fear, the scientists themselves were deeply concerned. Some religious groups even believed that the hole was approaching the underworld, and digging further might release demons that would end the world. That didn't happen, of course. In fact, the project showed us how little we know about our own planet. Number 3. The Starfish Prime Experiment. On July 9, 1962, the United States conducted a high-altitude nuclear test in outer space. This remains the largest man-made explosion ever carried out in space, equivalent to about 1.4 megatons of TNT. The explosion caused severe damage. It created artificial radiation belts, destroyed 3 satellites, and nearly disabled 2 more. The explosion was so powerful, it was visible from 400 kilometers below on Earth, lighting up the Pacific region like day. The radiation caused 7 more satellites to stop functioning over the following months. Scientists feared that had this bomb exploded in our upper atmosphere by mistake, it could have caused excessive radiation around Earth, destruction of the ozone layer, and eventually wiped out life on Earth. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But the explosion still created a radiation belt that lingered around Earth for years. Number 4. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC. The Large Hadron Collider is a particle accelerator located in Geneva, Switzerland, built by the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN. The idea was, if 2 particles are smashed at 99.999% the speed of light, they will produce new particles that we can study. But here's the concern. What if these collisions compressed particles into such a dense form that they created a microscopic black hole? Such a black hole could attract other particles, grow in size, and eventually swallow the entire Earth. It was a terrifying thought. But fortunately, that didn't happen. Thanks to Hawking radiation, we know that microscopic black holes evaporate very quickly, radiating their energy into space and disappearing within seconds. Number 5. SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. SETI is a term used for all missions aimed at detecting intelligent alien life. In 1896, renowned scientist Nikola Tesla proposed using radio waves to search for alien civilizations. A few years later, he even claimed to have detected some signals, possibly from Mars. Because of this, the U.S. declared August 21st to 23rd as National Radio Days, during which scientists focused on monitoring all signals coming from Mars. Many scientists feared that if intelligent aliens did exist, such signals might disturb or alert them. And if they're far more advanced than us, they could attack Earth, enslave humanity, or use us for some alien experiments. Even Stephen Hawking warned about this, saying that whenever two civilizations with large technological gaps meet, the weaker one gets exploited. But despite these risks, the scientific community continues to search, using space telescopes, radio electromagnetic detectors, and advanced computers, hoping we don't provoke something we can't handle. So friends, after learning about these 5 experiments, which one do you personally think was the most dangerous? Comment below. Personally, I found the Starfish Prime outer space nuclear bomb test the most terrifying, because even a small mistake or bad luck could have severely damaged our atmosphere and made life on Earth impossible due to radiation. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share it.